Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Oh, what a mess. 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 We've literally missed stop loss with like 1 pip or 2 pips. Like it came really close towards our stop loss level. And I truly believe that's like, I don't know. I feel like it's luck, but I also feel like, okay, thank you. You saved me. Now, this is extremely interesting for me. If you just look at this whole block over here, okay, I want you to take a closer picture at this. Look at this. But when I jump over to GBP USD, look at how this looks much more better than Euro USD. So it looks like the GBP USD trade um, should have been the one that we rather took, um, but it wasn't the one that we rather took. So yeah, we had a beautiful move to the upside, bouncing from the 200 exponential moving average, like we did want to see. Um, and then we chased after that high for the current week. We failed to close above that high. Okay, we only reacted off of it. We call this a liquidity sweep or whatever, a failed high, a swing failure pattern, whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, we went back there and we actually got a decent move to the upper side. Um, so yeah, it's quite frustrating to see something like this on GBP USD, but we struggle to see it on Euro USD. And yesterday, I really felt confident when we had this upwards push, but this high volume resistance level is just bothering us this whole time. So I do feel like when we come back towards that level, to perhaps close this trade because I'm not feeling it anymore. I'll obviously see what type of move we'll see to the upper side. If we see a decent move to the upper side, then I'll look at, yeah, then I'll still keep this trade open. But if I do not feel comfortable with the move that we have to the upside, then I'm not going to keep this trade open. Okay, I don't want to be in a trade that's taking a lot of my energy and a lot of my attention, especially a trade like this that should have been closed by yesterday afternoon or even yesterday evening. Um, so yeah, it is what it is. We are currently in the situation, and all we now can do is just wait to see how the market reacts. Okay, we are having well, yeah, there is some fundamentals that will be released in the United States later today at 3:30, which is the housing starts and the building permits preliminary. It's not the biggest event that's going to take place. It's nothing crazy or too crazy. It will definitely have an impact on the trade if we are not closed or at least reach take profit one. Um, but yeah, it's unfortunately what it is, because I don't think before the news we will be fully out of this trade. So this is on Euro USD. So currently I'm still in this trade, staying flat for now on Euro USD further. I got into a second trade at this price level. So I was kind of brave, felt good about it. And then I almost got stopped out twice. Moving to GBP USD, we had inflation, okay, inflation rate year over year that went up. Usually this is good for a currency like GBP against the US dollar. So we need to see a continuation to the upper side. Perhaps look for that retracement towards this high. We have a bit of a resistance level over here, and then look for that continuation. Okay, I want to see that upwards push. If we can get that upwards push, it would be fantastic. If we can get a close above this high, this is still a high. It's not a fixed high. Like, uh, I'm still gonna call it a high. Um, but it's not like the most crucial high for me. The most crucial high for me currently is this guy over here. Okay, because we failed, this is only a swing failure pattern. But if we can push above this high and also above that high, it will just be a bonus point. All right, so that's it for GBP USD. Also, I have a bit of a bullish bias around it, with reason, looking at the fundamentals. Okay, unemployment rates looking good, inflation rates not looking bad. I want to see a continuation. And then USD JPY, I also entered into a sell on this one, um, around the 152,140 level. So around here-ish. I got into a sell. The prices differ, remember. Okay, wait. Let me actually get the time. Yo, it differs a lot because I actually entered over here-ish. So yeah, I'm also still currently in this trade. I gave myself a lot of breathing room with my stop loss placement. Um, so I just want to see this market also chasing the lows of the current week. The reason why I looked for that sell is because we are constantly pushing back in towards the fair value area of the previous week, and then we are pushing back outside. And with the push outside, we do have decent selling volume that's kicking in. So yeah, I want to see a continuation, push to the downside, and just even if we can just reach the low of the current week, that would really just be fantastic. Okay, because we are currently ranging, which is obviously not ideal. We want to see trends forming, and we want to benefit of those trends. Okay. USD CAD took a bit of a wild ride yesterday. I mean, look at this price action. Like, just look at this whole area until the market closed at quarter to 11. This is just wow. This is crazy. Also in a bit of a range. The markets are really brutal. The markets are extremely brutal. And it's fine because it's only going to be like this for the next couple of weeks, days, perhaps, hopefully. But we need to start seeing like decent trends forming, because that's where we need to be. That's where we want to be. Okay, JPY, we didn't get that push down towards this low volume area to look for that bounce back towards point of control, and then we start to range again around point of control. So this was a really beautiful missed entry. Even though the markets were closed on, the US markets were closed, it still would have been a great entry. But again, my rules are I'm not trading when it's a holiday in America, just because of we could have just volume inefficiency and we could just do nothing. And that's exactly how we feel on Euro USD, but the markets are open. So yeah, pick your poison. Um, So yeah, we're also in a bit of a range, on GBP, JPY. But we are in a bit of an uptrend as well. You can see we are creating a new high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we are in a bit of a decent uptrend. Um, but yeah, it's as if we are expecting like just a massive breakout on the markets. Like, are we going to range for this whole freaking week and get really poor executions or entries? It's really bad. Yeah, but there's nothing yeah, well, there is a lot of that you can do. Like I've always said, it's easier to keep money in the markets it's easier to make money in the markets than to keep money in the markets. Um, so yeah, it's just about patience, and I just really want to stick to my patience. Yeah, with here at JPY, we also had that nice upwards push, but again, it's as if we are just in this little range, like over here. Um, Correlating currency pairs are not correlating anymore, and that's really frustrating. Okay, gold also did a thing yesterday where we broke through this low volume area and again use it as resistance. So we are currently sitting really close at the all-time highs again. So the bounce trade from the new week opening gap would have been great if we were awake at 3:30, 3:15, the morning yesterday. But unfortunately we were fast asleep. So yeah, we are seeing some resistance levels over here. So I'm also expecting a bit of a range in between these levels. Okay. I first expected a range in between the new week opening gap and this low volume area. But instead we actually pushed up really decent through that level and then we started to arrange a little bit, to consolidate a little bit. Um, so now we have this area that we might see a range in. But something that would be really decent is if we can get a breakout, okay, and then look for the continuation buy. It's going to be quite a risky trade because it's above all-time highs. Um, yeah, I don't prefer trading above all-time highs. I prefer trading a pullback on all-time highs and then taking the trade back towards all-time highs and not instead buying above all-time highs because we tend to have a massive correction or a massive retracement when we go above all-time highs. All right. So yeah, that's going to be it for the session. A beautiful close. Oh my days. This is one hell of a close. This is pretty. This is an amazing close on Euro USD. I love, love, love this green candle. If we can get this push back towards, well, above this high volume resistance level, if we can get that push back towards, well, above it, and then use it as support, that then we are literally clean on this trade. Then we could just sit back and just wait until we reach previous week's high. All right. So yeah, really tough market conditions, but the only thing you can do is stay patient, wait for the best possible entries, and then no, you don't want to be caught up in stupid entries, and then because you were impatient or too impulsive, you rather want to wait for the best entry and don't regret trading or feeling, don't regret executing a poor trade um, instead of waiting or being patient for the best possible trade. Okay, it's just about patience. This is what this is going to teach us is patience. And we just need to stick by the rules of risk management. All right. But there you go. Thank you so much for participating. As always, it is much appreciated. And you must enjoy the rest of your lovely Wednesday morning. It's still raining in Centurion. I saw there was like a freaking tornado in Montana. Well, not American Montana, like South African Montana. We just pronounce it in Afrikaans. Um, yeah, in Montana, there was a freaking tornado, like the smallest one, but it freaking did damage. Um, so actually, if you have time, go YouTube the tornado in Montana. It's kind of crazy. The damage is amazing of the small freaking tornado. Um, yeah, and all this rain is making the ground even looser, so we could be prepared for more potholes, more trees that will collapse or just fall over. Yeah, I mean, every freaking low water bridge is like a small little pond now where you could go and go fish. The only thing you'll get out is trash if you are around the Henops River. So yeah, but what can we do? Okay, this rain is amazing. I'm really thankful for the rain. Um, I just hope it goes to the correct type of land or farms, because I know they really appreciate this rain. But it's just so fascinating to think about all this freaking rain. Like how is it not even like, yeah, like where's the wind? Are there no wind taking the clouds away? Yeah, it's really nice. I love this weather. It's like a little surprise, during summer. So it's quite nice. But okay, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday morning, and then I will see you later for our New York pre-market analysis. All right. Cheers, everyone. Take care and be blessed.